Okay, so I start as usual. Mimi.
Listen, I was editing the other episode and I clearly don't remember how to introduce
I feel like
hello.
you slowly forget like one syllable at a time for some reason. Like I don't know how. Like each episode I'm listening to as well. Like you forgot one syllable per time. Like how is that possible?
No.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Welcome.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Simka.
Yay!
Simka, don't you fucking go there. Simka, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Está
So
mal,
how's your day,
descanse.
Millie?
I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Happens all the time.
So
Hello.
hi Melissa. Hi Maria.
Hi. Nice to meet you,
Nice to meet
Maria.
you. So how's everyone doing?
It's been going well so far. I've just been home, just resting today, not doing much. How about you? How was your day?
I have COVID, so for the past 4 days I'm in quarantine. Yeah.
Oh no.
I didn't do anything. I just watched One Piece.
One
Oh, I'm
Piece?
sorry.
Yes.
For when?
From yesterday.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What COVID does to us.
Oh man. I'm so sorry though. It kind of sucks, doesn't it?
It kinda, yeah. You can say that.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, but you have time to watch One Piece at least. So
Yeah. It's okay.
Just,
Yes,
just for
Masha,
your
how
information, Melissa, she watched Detective Conan, which is even bigger than One Piece.
I
Like
know
she's up to
Detective
date.
Conan.
Yes,
Wow,
but she's
really?
up to date with Detective Conan.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Is it like a new season or did it already stopped having seasons? Because
No,
I'm not really.
it's even bigger than One Piece, so it has more episodes than One Piece.
Yeah.
Oh my
1,006.
gosh. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
No,
That's
it's
a
okay. You
lot.
have to be obsessed to do it.
Yeah. Well, you're dedicated, so
Yeah. That's
wow,
my name.
I didn't know.
You mean your middle name?
Yeah.
Wow. Before we started, I just wanted to say thank you for inviting me today. I'm really happy to join you guys and just to have a talk because I've actually been following your podcast since the beginning and it was actually really fun just, listening to you while I was doing stuff at home. It was so nice. So I'm happy to be here today.
Yeah, we are happy that you enjoyed our podcast. It makes our... Oh, thank you. I'm gonna cry.
No. Oh, that's sweet.
That's heartwarming, yeah. You're welcome anytime.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
So shall we start? Who's doing the intro
Yes.
this time?
Not me.
Okay. Oh my god. Just in case, I also have my allergies and my common cold, so like we're both kind of like our throats is just like
Oh,
Yeah.
one has COVID and one has allergies, and I'm like kill us now. But
the
anyway,
timing. It's okay. It's okay.
yeah. Thankfully, we're doing this online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine soon. Yeah.
Yes. But anyway,
Okay, so shall I try?
Yes.
And if we, okay.
Yeah.
So hello. No, wait. Gals, pals, and non-binary pals. Welcome to today's episode.
Yay!
So
Welcome everybody.
Yay! So today's episode is very, very special. This is our first guest, Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Uh,
Hi.
Introduce yourself a little bit.
Oh my God. Well, my name is Mel, and I'm 26, and I am half actually, what am I saying? I'm fully Bulgarian. Oh my God. Almost made myself half Bulgarian, but I'm fully Bulgarian.
Well, you grew
And
up in Cyprus, so
yeah, yeah. Maybe that's why. But I'm fully Bulgarian, and I've been living in Cyprus for a really long time. And I went to study in the UK, and then last month I came back from South Korea from my master's studies, and I'm just home now, and that's me. It's nice to meet you.
yes. Welcome back from my side because I know Melissa for a long time.
Yeah, we were really good friends, and we're still good friends. But back then we used to be in the same, how do you say, like
Group.
group?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it
Like we
was
were
really
hanging out
fun.
every day.
Yeah. Ah, good times. It was really
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite moment was when we were dancing in the rains, to be honest.
Yeah, those were unforgettable moments, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like dancing in front of everyone. Yeah. Oh, that was
Mimi,
nice.
yeah,
Oh.
Mimi, just for your information, we were the out, let's say, I feel like we were kind of the outcasts. A lot of people were making
Yeah.
fun of us, and we were like
Oh, yeah.
foreigners. And like we were like full foreigners, not like halfies like some other people. So like a lot of people were making fun of us, bullying us, and we were just like, oh yeah, you don't like the rain? Let's dance in the rain under K-pop.
I'm so glad we did that. I
Yeah,
mean, we knew how to have fun, so
yeah. I also remember we had a photo shoot where we literally like painted stuff on a cardboard, and we literally did a photo shoot and stuff like that. And people like, what the fuck? And we're like, yeah, it's fun. I mean, like,
yeah.
why not?
You're living life.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are high school years, but
Just wow, like 8, 9 years ago.
more.
Oh my God.
I
Whew.
finished university in 2019, so it's 3 years ago. University is for 7 years. So yeah, like 8, 9 years ago. Yeah,
Time flies.
it does.
Yeah, a lot.
Even this weekend.
That's so
Yeah,
true.
so on Friday we had a day off, let's say that. A lot of people, it was 28th of August. Sorry, 28th of
August?
October. My brain.
August? Oh, Masha.
I'm still in summer.
Summer never ended.
Apparently it did
Yeah.
yesterday by changing the clocks.
No, I didn't. No. No.
Yeah, so it's 28th of October. Does anybody remember what does that mean? I just know that it's a day off at this point.
Yeah. Well, basically, a long time ago during World War II, the Italians wanted to enter Greece. So they wanted to go through Greece, and the Italians at the time were working with the Germans. And Greece was like, "No, dude, fuck off." Basically, that's what they said. So it's
So,
Oshi Day. It's the day they said no to the
yeah.
Italians.
Oh, oh yeah. So basically, this is not even like a Cyprus event. Like this is just
No.
we took it from Greece because we wanted more holidays. That's it. That's
Yeah,
the whole point of this holiday. We
exactly.
want more holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
Masha has the questions.
yes. Supposedly I have the questions. So this episode is gonna cover like a little bit of Korea because Mel came from Korea, and we would just want to connect with how Cyprus, what's in Korea, so like what's the differences and everything like that, like blah blah blah. It's gonna go like very conversation type this podcast, let's say. Um. So yeah. First question: what did you enjoy the most about Korea? Actually, no.
Oh,
How did you get into Korea? Because I think that's the most basic question people ask. Like, that's the first question
Yeah.
people ask.
so how I started, how I got the
Yeah,
opportunity to go.
yeah.
Well, actually, it's as actually Masha knows, not many know it, but I've had this dream since I was like maybe 14, 15 years old to go to Korea. And back at the time, I didn't know how to do it because Korea is super far away. It's so expensive, and I couldn't just go, and study there. It was way too expensive. So I really wanted to go somehow. But at that time, I went to the UK to do my bachelor studies. So I did
Yeah, yeah.
film production there. And I met a lot of Korean friends there and a lot of international people. And I think it was my last year, I think it was 2018. I actually graduated July 2018. And then I started working at a shop. And I was still hanging out with my friends, with my uni friends, because they were still going to uni, but I graduated. And I remember like my friends from Portugal, their names were Tatiana and Mariana. They were like saying as a joke, "Oh, Mel, you should try. There's this scholarship for South Korea. It's from the government. It covers everything. It's hard to get, but it covers everything." And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna get it. It's way too many requirements. But then they sat me down and they were like, okay, we're doing the documents together. You have to, do it. So I sat down and I had to like do all the I literally did all the documents in one day. I had to gather up documents and send them over. And I think a week later, they contacted me from the embassy, the Korean embassy in Bulgaria, because I'm Bulgarian. So yeah, I had to go for an interview and then pass the interview, and then there's so many rounds, like rounds with the documents. There was a health checkup as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
So you had to pass that one, and then you had to pass like the final round, which is the university has to accept you. And somehow I ended up going with this government scholarship, which I was like, it's so crazy because I never thought I would, get this chance, and it just happened. And then in 2019, I think in August, yeah, they got me the ticket and I had to go. And yeah, that's how it started. It was from this GK scholarship. So it covers everything basically, but they give you like a monthly stipend, which is around, I think, 900 euros, around that price. And then your university tuition is also covered. And the rest, like your flat and your food and everything, it's on you. It's not covered. So yeah, you have to deal with that. But yeah, that's how it happened. Yeah.
Well,
And I
I'm proud of
actually,
you. Yeah, I'm proud of you that you did that and went and you finished it, although you had the whole
oh,
COVID situation because you went. When did you go? In 2018 or 2019?
August 2019. So maybe we had like 6 months without COVID, not like even 6 months.
Yeah, because it started,
So,
let's say, in China, it started in January 15th, I believe, and
yeah.
it escalated on
February maybe? I think
well,
February.
February it escalated a lot due to the fact end of January and beginning of February, a lot of people traveled for the Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
But the whole epidemic started in on the 15th of January. But
Yeah.
they found lots of like traces of the whole pandemic, like the epidemic starting small cases in all Asia, I believe, in like October and September of 2019.
Yeah. I I remember that when it started, the first place it was from China, and then actually at that time I used to live in this small town, which was like it's called Daegu, and I was doing my language air, and actually Daegu was the second most affected place after China. So we had like
Mm.
a boom of COVID, and it was exactly in our city. So we were locked, I think 3-4 months in our campus. We couldn't even go out anywhere.
Yeah, but you were
And
together with people, so like it was pretty fun for you, wasn't it? It wasn't that bad.
yeah, but yeah, it was fun. It's just I think that's why it was good because it was nice people. If it was like really not nice people, then it would have sucked. But
Mm.
yeah, I don't know how we did it, but it was an interesting experience. Yeah.
Okay, so second question. I'm sorry, I think. Um, what was your biggest disappointment? So because you had expectations
Oh,
going there, so what was your biggest disappointment? Because reality is different, like imagination is different from reality. So what was the biggest disappointment there happening to you?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there were lots of them.
that's a good question. Yeah.
honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah. I don't want to say that I wasn't disappointed because I mean we all get disappointed. And like before going, I knew that it's not perfect country and that maybe I would encounter stuff that were not how expected. And I don't know, like it's a difficult question, but I think I was kind of disappointed of um, how like people. I always thought Koreans for some
Hello.
reason were more friendly people,
Hmm.
but they're very closed people. Like in my 3 years living there, I was almost never approached by people, in a like to talk to me and like make friends, or I was never approached because people are just not that friendly. And I feel like I was disappointed by the fact that there's so many foreigners living there, but I feel like the system and the government, they don't still know how to coexist with foreigners. Like there's so many foreigners, but there's still like when you live there, you really feel like foreigner, and you get quite discriminated, and bad things can happen.
Hmm.
Thankfully, they never happen. Like I didn't experience that bad discrimination situations, but I had a lot of friends who really did, and they still are experiencing it because they look a certain way. But I feel like that the people, like the way they behave sometimes, I was very disappointed in that sense.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it is pretty different. Okay, so close related question, but I know you've been traveling a little bit around Korea, but did you have the
Mhm.
same experiment when you were like traveling as a tourist, in versus
Um,
when you were living?
I
Because
feel like,
that
Mhm.
can also be playing a fact that they play nice with tourism. Like
Oh
a lot
yeah,
of people do that in like especially Cyprus. Come on, Cyprus do it a lot with the tourism. But if you're staying long term
yeah.
in one place, they kind of like, oh, we don't want you in our space.
That's I think I noticed that um actually when I used to live in the smaller city, which is actually the most conservative city in the country, it's where there's a lot of churches, like they have cults there, and it's very conservative, but people there were actually very conservative, but very they were nice to us, like because they usually don't see foreigners. They were so nice. And I had many times where I would be approached by old people, and they would ask me questions and talk to me, and they were really nice. But I feel like Seoul, like it's the capital, and people there very they have a busy life. They're quite cold, so they're not that friendly. But um, yeah, I think if you're a tourist, definitely they really are nice to you. Yeah, but that's the thing. There's so many people now that they cannot. How do you know if you're a tourist or not? Like they cannot know it because there's so many people right now, so they cannot recognize that, I guess. But I feel like it's funny because I feel that the foreigners that live there for a long time, it's easy to tell them apart from the tourists. Like we foreigners can tell apart like who is living there long term and who is just visiting.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Koreans cannot tell the difference. So they tend to try to be nice to you, especially when you visit like the more like touristic areas, maybe.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of the times, like they will speak, how do you say, they would like talk about you in Korean and they would think that you don't know Korean because they think you're just, a tourist. But I've been living there and I understand everything what they're saying.
Are you sure
So
you didn't visit Cyprus 2.0 at this point?
yeah, now I feel like it is Cyprus 2.0, but yeah, the Asian version. Yeah.
To be fair,
It's yeah.
at some point we had a very big population of Asian people in Paphos.
Oh yeah.
Like they tried to make a whole city out of there because it was kind of abundant, let's say that, but it kind of stopped at some point. I think it was due to the
Oh
racism and the discrimination that they had.
yeah, I won't be surprised. Oh yeah, I mean it's different. With Korea, sometimes they can tell when you're tourist, sometimes they can't. I think it's difficult because there's so many foreigners that you cannot know for sure.
When they ask you
Mm.
questions, are they rude or like are they upfront
They're
or they
very
try to be
upfront.
nice?
They're like very upfront. Even if it sounds rude, they will like tell you. Like like even my friends sometimes, you know, we're just talking and then suddenly they will say, "Oh yeah, you're so pretty, but you have a big nose, by the way." Like they will tell me, stuff like that, and I just laugh because it's funny. I don't get like offended because we're friends, so it's funny. But other people that don't
Yeah,
know me, they're like
for them this is
very
normal.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah. But it must be interesting because like the friends you have there are also from different cultures.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how does that go?
It's very different. They're not like Koreans. They're more open for sure because they're themselves foreigners. So we're so different, but we really communicate so well. We get each other so well. We've never had any problems. Like with the people in my language year, we're so many different people from different countries, but we've never had any problems. It was very, very nice. I enjoyed it.
That's good.
But
That sounds very nice.
I mean, yeah, it depends on luck as well, because I've heard that the other schools, the language schools, they didn't have the same luck as us. They had a lot of problems and like disagreements. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff going on, but we never had those problems.
So it's the people in the end, the people you surround yourself with.
Exactly. Yeah.
It sounds amazing.
I'm happy to share like things like that because it's really fun. I think yeah, it's interesting. Like to see how others feel on certain experiences because I live them in one way and then maybe someone else thinks about it in a different way. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, of course.
So you mentioned in the beginning, like it was very surreal for you when you went to Korea for the first time. What was the moment or an experience you were like, yeah, I'm in Korea. This is real.
Well, I wouldn't lie to say that, even when I was there for like for a few months, like maybe even like 6, 7 months, I would still not feel that I was in Korea. Like there's so many moments where I'm like, oh my God, I'm really in Korea. It's I don't know, like let me think. What
But
was
they
the
should have been
moment?
like one factor where like you went to a store or something like that and you just like, wow, I'm in Korea.
Well, maybe maybe it was when I feel like it's I really realized that when I moved to Seoul, my second year, because I always wanted to visit, and then I remember I was like so fascinated, and when I went to the specific places I wanted to visit when I was younger, I was like when I went to Namsan Tower, I remember like I was like, oh my God, I'm really here, because I've had this I printed out this picture of Namsan Tower and Seoul City, and then I put it above my mirror in my bedroom, and I think I was like 15 back then, and I always wanted, to visit that place. So I would look at the picture and like just imagine me being there. And then when I actually went to Namsan Tower for the first time, wow, it's just I got reminded of that picture. It was so weird. I was like, yeah, I'm in Korea. That's crazy.
Mm.
That's so crazy.
Remember,
Yeah,
kids, manifestation works.
exactly. You have to visualize, right? Just do it. Yeah, you never know. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah. What is one thing that when you went to Korea you missed about Cyprus? Because I'm pretty sure because you grew up in Cyprus your whole life and then you
Oh,
went to, well, first you went to UK, but you can find the things very similarly in UK, like because
yeah,
there's from everywhere
Yeah.
there, like yeah, you can find anything there. But like what is
yeah.
one thing that you missed or like a few items that you missed when you moved to Korea?
Or food.
Oh,
Yeah.
so many things. But of course, the first thing is family. That's what I have to say. But you'd be surprised. But I would say I really, it might sound funny, but I really miss the good weather and the clean air, like especially
Mm-mm.
the clean air, because my God, it was so polluted most of the times, so polluted that you could rarely, see a nice blue sky, like a clean sky. You could rarely see it. I felt like I really was
Mhm.
missing that's like the nature, the cleanliness,
Mm-hmm.
and like it was such a busy city that at the moment I just wanted to come back here because it was just you couldn't be in your peace. It's always people, always cars,
But didn't you have
speeding.
like parks there? Because I know they had quite big parks as well.
They have parks, but there's so many people because there's like I think everyone thinks the same. Like they want to get away from people, and then everyone ends up at the park, and it's just there's so many people.
Fair
Like
point.
even yeah, it's yeah, not really, not that many parks actually.
Okay. Because like I can only compare like a big city of London, and when I was there, like you could always just go to any of the parks and just get away from people. And even in between
Yeah.
like lots of like buildings, there was always like a small park you can like get away, let's say. But usually people just went to Hyde Park.
Oh, well, they I think they do have a lot of parks in the city, but in Seoul, but if there's just too many people, they really have the culture of always going out, especially on weekends, like doing picnics. going out with their friends. Like everyone would end up by the river where the big parks were.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be so crowded. But I think we used to have a park behind our flats. It was more quiet. I would go sometimes. There were still people, but it was much better than going, to the parks that is right next to the river, like the Hangang Park. Yeah, I think that's what I missed. But I also miss the food, to be honest. Like, there's some foods I miss, I crave.
But this
Like
is from Korea, right?
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's for Korea, not for Cyprus. But
Yeah. So that's what's like
yeah,
you're going to the different
yeah.
direction, but like
Sorry.
I know what you mean. Like
Sorry. I didn't realize. Yeah,
yeah, but like from Cyprus, like you missed your family the most, let's say.
and and fruits and veggies,
Yeah, because they're
definitely.
pretty much expensive in Asia, even though they're
Yeah.
one of the biggest
Veggies
cultivators
are
as well.
expensive.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
very
Fruits, I
expensive.
understand.
Yes, like
Like
even in Japan, like you can buy a watermelon. You cannot buy a watermelon for less than $100.
Yeah, but the
expensive.
fruit, what are veggies as
Yeah.
well? Seriously?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they have only specific veggies that are cheap that they have in their country, they're like they how do you say, like not raise, but like they have in their own country. They don't get it from somewhere else. So they have like just few types of not like a big variety.
Yeah, that they use for
So
Korean barbecue.
and like stews. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah. Is it
They don't really
cheaper?
eat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I was just gonna ask, is it cheaper like to go out and eat in comparison to when you're cooking at home because of
Yeah,
this
it's
huge
cheaper.
prices? Yeah.
It's much cheaper, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
because in Cyprus
mm,
it's kind of like the same. Sorry for interrupting. In Cyprus it's kind of the same. Like if you go out or cook at home, sometimes the prices are very similar. But the only difference that I had is when like there was a huge like 10, 15 euros or pounds difference
that's a
was when
lot.
I was cooking in London. So like I saved a lot by just cooking at home, and I was cooking like a dessert and like first and second plate, and it was cheaper than me going out and just get like a pizza. But in
Interesting.
Cyprus it's the same, let's say. Like it's like 1 or 2 euros difference, which is like at this point, like I'm not cooking like 2 hours to save that one
Yeah.
or two
Yeah, it
euros.
depends, yeah, on the food.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe in Cyprus, I don't know, like the cheaper food. Do you mean like the type of food that you get for breakfast, like the breads and things like that? Do you mean that is cheaper, or like
Well,
other type of food?
like if you just eat oats, then yes, it's gonna be cheaper with honey and some like fruits. But if you go
Mhm.
out, this can cost like 5 euros. But for example, like 100 gram of blackberries is like 5 euros already, and you just put half of like I put like I do not count them. Like I literally can just eat them up in like a span of 10 minutes. And if I'm gonna save them up for like cooking for oats, let's say like 1/3 of this package, then it's gonna last me for let's say 3 days. But then the oats, which is like 1 kilogram, is like 2 euros, I believe, which is gonna be cheaper. But then like you need to put like some bananas, some honey, which is quite close. Let's say that it goes up to like 3, 4 euros, and if you go out, it's like 5, 6 euros. So that's what I mean. Like there's like a difference between like 1 or 2 euros sometimes, especially with the meat part. Like the meat, especially now, is very expensive, and to go out to eat it or to cook at home is kind of very similar in some specific places. Yeah, so we were talking about the difference in prices, and we were talking about Korea doesn't have that the big difference. London has a big difference between buying groceries and going out based on 2019. And in Cyprus, based on 2022, is kind of the same. Well, it always was kind of the same going out and cooking by yourself is the same, like kind of the same time and price. Because like I mentioned, like I was trying to explain, Mimi, your effort is like the biggest time spent you spend. So and if you
Yeah.
consider time is money, so that's the biggest one. Like that's why the price is being kind of like very similar and the same, like
Yeah.
when you're cooking at home or when you're going out.
Yeah, maybe it depends on
Yeah.
how much you cook, like the quantity. Because, like with my mom, when we cook, we usually don't eat from outside because when she cooks like for days, like very big stews. And I mean, it's good like that, but sometimes, yeah, you can't always cook because, like, for her to cook something this big, it's she has to spend like 3 to 4 hours sometimes, and
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it's sometimes it's time consuming. Yeah, I guess it depends.
Yeah, also the
Yeah.
ingredients. Like right now, the meat per kilo is like for chicken or for pork. I think it was for pork, 15 euros per kilo.
Oh my God.
Yes. And if you go out, already cooked meal,
It's cheaper.
you can, yeah, it's like 15 euro. You get like the whole veggies, meat, season, and stuff like that. Okay, you will not get the whole 1 kilo part,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
like you would get like 250 grams, and then the veggies, and then the whole time spent that they brought you the food and everything. So that's what I mean. It's kind of the same, just cooking at home or
Yeah.
everything.
Like it's crazy to me because when you were talking about like meat and especially beef that is, it's expensive. Like there used to be this really nice restaurant next to our house, and like I remember it was like a traditional beef soup with those big noodles, the transparent noodles. I don't know their name, but glass noodles maybe. I
Yeah.
think it's glass noodles. They had veggies and a really good beef, like a big stew, and then they will give it together with the bibimbap with the rice and the other veggies and the egg, and then also side dishes as well. And that used to cost 6,000 won, which to me is like it blows my mind because you get good beef, a beef stew with this huge portion in the side dishes. And I could never even finish the dish. I would always take it home, and I'm just thinking that's crazy. I mean,
Can I
it's much
pause you for
better.
a second? How much is
Yeah,
6,000 won in
six
euros?
thousand won. Let me check. Euros to
Because
won.
like I don't work on one.
So it's around 7.5, 7 euros.
Yeah, which is quite cheaper than
Mm.
Cyprus.
It's crazy, like huge, huge portions. Yeah, with beef and veggies and rice, and you really get full.
Yeah. But I think it also depends because there are so many shops in Korea, and it's very like regular for them to just be open for 6 months and then change they close down, change spots, or like everything is constantly closing down,
Oh
popping
yeah.
up, and it's constantly like in this kind of like mood that you're searching
Mm-hmm.
it. And also there's tons of street food as well.
Yeah, that's really the street food is super cheap. Actually, I was shocked because I remember I bought so many things and then I just ended up paying like not even 2 euros, and I even felt bad for the lady, so I kept buying more so I can give her more. I mean, I guess that's the point, but I was so shocked because, like, especially street vendors, they work even for cheaper than the restaurants, which I feel like it's such a shame for their time and effort. Like, they deserve
Yeah.
more. And they don't get tips either. They don't really tip in this culture, so it's
I
wow.
mean, in cultures when they don't tip, it means that the worker pays, like is being paid like a good amount of money, like the government set like a minimum. Because the tipping culture is mostly from America.
Yeah, but
where you have to pay the salary of the worker. Like I
that's
understand the
true.
tip of 1 or 2 euros, but like
Mm.
like you're getting a meal of 20 euros and you need to leave another 20 euros to pay for the time that the workers spend on you. And I'm like, at least for this kind of money, I'm gonna work by myself in this restaurant.
Mm-hmm. But I do have feeling that they don't really, some of these smaller places, they don't really get that well paid. But
Yeah.
maybe I hope they do. I really hope because they're open all the time and it's really good quality food and yeah, I really hope so.
Well, to
I got
continue from the other
hungry.
question, well, to continue from the other
Can I
question,
just, Masha,
yes,
we have to go
yes.
to Korea so we can eat Korean food.
I mean, that's my plan. I mean, that's the whole point of me
Yay!
traveling to Asia is the coffee culture and the food culture.
Oh
I don't
yes.
like the
Ah,
coffee
the coffee
culture is
Yeah.
culture.
like okay, let me get on with the question because it's quite simple and you already answered, but like I still want to ask it. What is one thing you miss from Korea that you moved back to Cyprus? You told me this
Oh,
before, but I just yeah.
yeah, it's certain foods like especially tteokbokki. I don't know why. Oh man,
Okay, we got the
they
question. Food. Let's move on.
yeah. I miss they have that kind of culture of when the weekend comes, you can just go out with your friends and have fun, and there are just so many places that you can go and have fun. Like there's so many places, and they're always open the whole day. And like even at 3 a.m., if I get bored, I can just go to a coffee shop, or I can just go like to a like the cafes where you just go and like read comics, or I can just take a bicycle and just go ride bicycle. There's so many
Mm-hmm.
things. I miss the freedom of doing everything so easily. Everything, like especially the transport, is it's just so. I
Yeah.
miss the transport. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
Oh.
a close related question to my allergies. I know it is pretty disrespectful to cough or sneeze, apparently, in Asian countries. I know in Japan it is. I've watched so many videos about that,
Mm.
To do
which
what?
is to cough or sneeze, like in public. Like people find it weird. Like, okay, after COVID,
Oh.
everybody finds it weird.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, I feel like, yeah, like you say, Japanese people find it rude, maybe disrespectful, but in Korea, like, you'd be surprised how many people just cough and sneeze and they don't care of who's next to them, or like they spit. Like, they don't really care.
Okay.
You'd be surprised. Yeah. Like,
Okay. They're like,
yeah.
COVID, what's that too?
I mean, after COVID, it got better. It got better.
Yeah, because like I went yesterday to Zorpas to get some coffee and my allergies started acting up, and I think it's because the person there starting like cleaning the floors and was just like putting the dust in the air. And I started having coughing fits and people were all talking at me and I'm like, I have COVID, I have COVID. And I'm just like, no, it's my allergies. Because I started
God.
crying from the whole coughing because it's a dry cough. And I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, this is my allergies.
It's
Can you
funny
imagine people who
because
have asthma? Oh my God.
oh
I'm pretty
shit.
sure they just stay at home.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people have to go to work.
Yeah, you just go to work,
That's
cough
true.
there in the bathroom, and then come back to the office, and then go back to the bathroom,
Oh
cough there a few
no.
more.
Like every 2 minutes.
Yeah, but people with asthma, they have like uh they actually made a very portable. I don't know when was last time you saw the asthma thingies. I'm pretty sure that you know it as like an L-shaped one, so you put like in your mouth and you
Yeah,
breathe right now. So
yeah,
imagine that they changed the design because I remember I was last year and like my friend's boyfriend, he has asthma, so he carries it around. I remember it fucking vividly because I thought it was gum. So you remember those gums,
Oh.
like the pink ones that like are rolled up?
Oh yeah.
So you
yeah.
remember the shape of that case? Well, it's in the shape of
Mm-hmm.
that case, and it's like a small like you are drinking a juice, and it like this is the inhaler, like it's very small right now. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And they're like,
I've
oh, it's
seen
for my
them.
asthma. And I'm like, when did we change the asthma inhalers?
Oh, I didn't even know. Oh,
Me neither.
wow. That's interesting. Wow.
Yeah, so they have it good right now. We had a whole like ass like a sausage to smoke from.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
I had a childhood asthma, so I had to sit 1 or 2 hours every fucking day just to smoke that inhaler and just sitting, and I wasn't allowed to watch any like cartoons or like I couldn't watch. I was just sitting breathing for half an hour, and I was just like, like kill me now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It was I was
That's
like
sad.
before primary school. Like I had asthma before going to primary school.
Oh, you were young.
Yeah, so that's why I said it was childhood asthma.
Wow. Oh, it's kind of sad. But you're okay now.
Yeah, I just have allergies apparently.
Oh.
But yeah, Mimi, do you have any questions for Melissa?
Tons, but I cannot think of any at the moment.
It's
Like
always
I have
like
so
that,
much I
yeah.
want to ask, mostly related to food, but I just can't
Go
think at the
on,
moment.
go on. Just food, just like kimbap. Oh, you never tried Korean food?
Not
No, you
yet, no.
didn't.
Whoa, we
Damn
have
it.
to take you
We
to Korea.
or we can take you to London. It's cheaper.
Yeah, that's true. We can go.
We know a place that is stayed up for so many years, so many celebrities visited, and it's fucking amazing and cheap as fuck. Korean Kitchen, I
Okay,
think it was called.
I
let's
think
go.
so too. Yeah, we have
Like
to go.
it's a very hidden spot. Oh, but
It is.
Mimi, you sent me a video, remember, about like a Naruto kitchen in London?
Mm-hmm.
It's right opposite of it. I looked it on the maps.
Wow. We can go to both.
Yeah, but the Naruto one is kind of like overpriced and the quality is not that great as I heard. So like I
Oh,
want to go to Korean kitchen,
Really?
because it's already
yeah.
qualified good food.
Also,
I
we
want
Okay,
can
we're
the
find
going
the
to the
new
Korean
one.
kitchen and just looking at the Naruto one. We're just gonna look. We're not gonna eat.
From the windows. Yeah.
I'm just gonna window shop for food.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
sounds so weird.
that's a plan. You have to do it.
Just me just call me casually booking the tickets.
Yes, please. Surprise us.
Tell us the cost first.
Sorry?
Tell us the cost so we can book as well.
I mean, okay.
I mean, no, because I'm serious about this.
Wow.
Okay, let me check the prices. Would you like
Okay,
February? Because I don't know where you're gonna be in your life based on
me
your
neither.
recent activities. So that's why I don't want to plan too much in the future because of your plannings.
You know what? Me neither, but it's okay.
You're accommodated. Yeah, you're just gonna be like making plans around it.
Let's talk about this in the end of November.
Oh yeah, right now it's
Finland.
beginning of November. So Melissa, would you recommend studies in Korea? If we take out the part of the racism and the sexism?
I mean, if you're mentally strong, then if you want to try, you could do it. But like, I don't want to be. I want to be honest and just say that if you're mentally strong, you can try, and if you enjoy
So
the
it's a
culture,
no.
that's a plus. I mean, for some, like seeing my friends, for some it really turned out like a really good decision because some of them stayed and they're even doing like their PhDs, they're working there, and they have a life there. And some other people that I know, they feel like the studies completely like took away their soul, so they went back to their countries. I think it depends. But for me, it was really difficult journey, to be honest. The master studies was super difficult.
Mm.
I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I graduated, but I'm glad that I did it. It was, my dream to go to Korea, so I did it in some sort of way, like through studies.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have this dream to go, you should do it. Why not? Just try doing stuff
Just follow your
like
dreams.
out of
If
your
they reject you, who cares? Try again.
Yeah, of course. If they reject you, it means that it wasn't meant for you. So
Or at that time.
things work out. Yeah.
So if someone told you, hey, you have a PhD, full ride, everything is paid, would you go back?
I don't think so. No. No. It was enough. It's just no, like studying. I just got so sick of studying just because of their education system. Like so many assignments. I felt like I was in high school. So many things and so many expectations from the professors. Yeah. And not to mention, it was all in Korean, so like half the time you spend in translating stuff than learning.
Yeah.
But if you like studying and you want the adventure, I feel like you should go for a PhD in Korea. But yeah, it depends on the person. I had Korean friends who were like banning me from going to study in Korea. Like when I told them that I want to go to study masters, they were like saying, no, you're gonna end up with white hair. Don't do it. Don't do it.
They knew.
And then I went 3 months later. I went.
Mm.
They knew. Yeah.
Okay. Would you think that if things will be different if COVID didn't happen?
Oh yeah, I really think so.
Like, would it be better or for worse?
I think it would have been for the better. I feel kind of annoyed sometimes because now when I was leaving the country, I could see like things were getting back to normal, and there were so many things I wanted to do, but I couldn't because of COVID. And now when I was leaving, I could do them, but I didn't have the time. So I was annoyed. But we were all in the same situation, so I don't want to regret anything. I don't want to
Mm.
think in a bad way. So for sure, I would have maybe attended more places, like went to maybe concerts, made more like maybe Korean friends, but I guess it had to happen that way.
Yeah.
I shouldn't regret it. Yeah, it's all right.
Well, from the stories that I was looking at, except the ones that you were posting about the bad stuff, you were having fun. So that's what matters. If the good is overtaking the bad ones, then you had like overall a good thing, like a good time.
I did have a good time. I think especially because of the friends. Yeah, I can say that. I'm really happy that I went there and had this experience. I became stronger and I met amazing friends and made one of my dreams come true. So I should be grateful for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what is your next step?
Well, my next step is I have to get a driving license first. I'm a bit terrified, but I'm doing that. And
You have to start from somewhere. You can ask Mimi.
yeah.
She knows better.
Why so?
Okay, so I'm shit scared of driving. I do have a license
Oh,
and I practice.
How many times did you fail?
Um,
Please tell me.
how many times did I fail? Three. I failed 3 times.
oh.
But you never give
Um,
up.
yeah, I didn't give up. I did get my license, and yeah, I'm
Yay.
still scared.
That's
Like
amazing.
I don't like that old men drive the roads. I am specifically scared of old men.
Oh, yeah.
um, yeah, but it's okay.
Relatable.
Yeah, but
But you
old
did
Mel
it.
drink like where the driving like diplocambina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those ones.
Yes, those ones. It's like old
Damn it.
old pickup trucks that we just call them
Ugh,
diplocambina. For anybody not knowing.
diplocambina. Well, you did it though. That's actually very motivational to me. Like you never gave up. That's really amazing.
girl, you went
Wow.
to Korea. Like you can do this. Like you went to the
I
other
mean,
side of the world and studied and finished your master's, which was in Korean.
uh,
I'm pretty sure you can do this.
oh, it's weird. I feel like driving, getting a driving license is harder than me going back to Korea. It's
Yeah,
oh
but
gosh,
like you
that's so funny.
already done it, so like but
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
compare it to the first time going to Korea and like getting a driver license, what would you be scared more of if going back to 2019?
Getting a driving license.
Still, why?
I'm so scared of driving. I'm just so scared being behind the wheel, but I know I will do it. It's all right. Yeah, I have to remind myself that there's scarier things than the driving. I forget, that me going to other country so far away from home is harder than driving license. Yeah, but I will get it. I will get it. Hopefully
You got
soon.
this.
Yeah.
It's scarier before you do it, and it's gonna be scary. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't stop being scary, but it's just you just get used to it. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, it's
Mhm.
scary, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because you have to.
Yes.
That's a good way to think it. Yeah, and yeah, maybe I started like giving my CV to some places around, and we'll wait to see like what they say. But for now, I'm just home. I'm taking a bit of a rest,
Yeah.
and yeah, and just here with my family. We're actually going to Bulgaria next week to visit for 3 weeks, and that's why I can't really do much at the moment. So I'm just enjoying my time with them.
Yeah.
And then when I'm back, I
Yeah.
will do the driving license and go on with life more dynamically.
That's good. One step
Yeah.
at a time.
Yeah, baby steps.
Mimi, what is
Mhm.
your one goal until the end of the year? Because we only have 2 months, 2 months left. 2 months left.
Oh my
Um,
God.
so
It's
I
like
don't know if you
60
remember
days.
this, but
Oof.
I mentioned that I had a goal
You
since
had what?
2016, a goal since
Yes.
2016, which I never thought was going to come true. And
Mm.
in September, I had the opportunity to make a small step towards that goal. I don't know
Ooh.
if it will come true, but I really, before the end of the year, I want to try and do it.
Are
I'm
you
not going to
buying
say what
it?
it is. I'm not buying something. Um,
Okay.
but it's actions that I have to take. So I'm not telling anybody on
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. No, no
If
worries.
So
it
you do
happens,
it.
it happens. But
Yeah.
if I do
Mm-hmm.
it, it's something that everyone's gonna see. So if it comes
Yeah.
true, you'll see through my actions.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Ooh. I hope you do it. I'm
Thank
rooting
you.
for you.
Thank you. How
I
about
think
you,
it's
Ashley?
nice that you're not saying, it's good that you're not purposefully telling others. So you push yourself to do it.
If it happens, I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
Marcy, what's your goal?
Um, to be fair, I don't really have a goal right now. I know it's bad, yeah. But rest is important. I'm gonna be taking
Yeah.
lots of rests until the end of the year and start the year dynamically, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe your goal is peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an
Like it.
important goal.
It is.
We're rooting for you, Masha.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have anything to add about Korea, Cyprus relationship, or anything else, Melissa?
I don't know what to say really. Maybe just like if you really want to do something, just to never give up
Mm-hmm.
and like don't care what others say. It's just it's about you. It's your dream. So and actually, I feel like you don't even have to have a dream. Like it's enough for you to just live day by day and be happy with yourself. That's it, really. Um, I think happiness is really important, like
Mm.
nowadays, and health. So I hope we're all happy and healthy and just doing the things that we really like because we live in a in a crazy world and just doing the things we love is the way of being happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good thing. On a more
Melissa's dropping
lighthearted,
some wisdom.
sorry?
Melissa's dropping some wisdom.
Yes, she is. On a more lighthearted version, which is the country you want to visit next? Not just like living, but like just
Visit?
visiting as tourism, let's say.
Mm, actually, there's many
Don't say
countries, but
Portugal. Please don't say Portugal. I just been there.
um, also Portugal because my friends are from there. But um, I've actually really wanted to go for a long time, like especially in Australia and also in New York. Like
Mm-hmm.
especially New York. I don't know. It just seems like interesting place. But probably I won't go in the near future because I have no money. So I think mm, maybe like Scandinavian countries like Denmark, Norway, Sweden. I think it will be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
Mhm.
especially like Denmark. Yeah. What about you? I'm curious.
Well, for me, it's always Japan.
Oh, of course.
Like, there's no questioning it. Like, I always wanted to visit Japan and everything.
Yeah. You will.
Oh, I know I will.
I like the
You?
attitude.
Oh, yeah. You,
Yeah,
Mimi?
it's good that
Well,
you know it because you will do it. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I want to go home to my other home in
Oh.
Bulgaria. I haven't been in Bulgaria for 2 years, so
You can just hijack the suitcase of Melissa just if you want. Like, you can, in case you disappeared from the end of the world, I will know you're in Bulgaria.
Oh, that's why when I was talking about going to Bulgaria, I think I heard from you like like a gasp or like excitement
yeah,
because I didn't know that you really wanted to go.
I thought I was hearing
yeah.
ghosts, like in behind, just
Ghost.
moving, like, whoa.
Halloween.
No, but like we're in an island. It's hard to move. It's difficult to go somewhere. Like you can go to Egypt or Lebanon by boat, but
No, you cannot.
like you can, but you can use a plane to go anywhere else. But if you're in Bulgaria, you can take your car, you can take the bus, the train. You can go to
True.
Romania, you can go to Greece, Macedonia, you can go whatever you want.
Exactly.
So
Oh, but you've never been to Bulgaria then?
No, she been.
No. Oh,
The la- la- she said the last time she went 2 years ago.
sorry, I couldn't hear. I'm curious from which part of the country you are originally.
I'm from Varna.
Oh, nice.
Where are you
Wow.
from?
I'm from we live in the Balkans, so it's called Trojan. It's near Lovech. Yeah, we're up in the Balkans. Yeah, but you're by you're by
Let's
the
see.
sea. Wow.
She never
It's
left
such
the
a
sea.
nice city. The sea never left her. I've never been to Varna, but we will visit. I think when we go now in Bulgaria, we'll go by Varna for the first
Okay.
time.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
send
Tell
us
me your
pictures.
impressions. Yes.
I
please.
will. I will. Definitely. Well, hopefully the people listening to this enjoyed the podcast, even though we had some minor, I had some minor technical problems.
Oh, we have them all the time, don't worry.
Yeah.
Really?
All the time.
All
Yes.
the time. Sometimes we had to cancel our recording because the Wi-Fi just doesn't want to connect, and we're like, ah, fuck it, we're just gonna talk.
Yes.
Well, hopefully they all enjoy it. And I just hope that people don't think I'm feeling in a bad way about Korea or that I'm being too negative. Like, I just was sharing my experiences
Yeah.
while living there. Like, Korea will always be important place for me and plays important part of my life. So yeah, hope you
I
also
feel like you gave a
enjoyed.
positive experience though. Like you were honest, but you showed that you had a good experience and you had some happy times. Like every time you speak about Korea, you speak with love. So I think people hearing this will be motivated and have a real idea of what to expect.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad it's that way. I'm glad.
Yeah.
okay. Thank you for listening. Do you want to add something?
Well, thank you for listening. And all these questions were made up on the spot because I forgot about this recording. I thought it was sorry today. And I had time to prepare questions, but I didn't.
Oh,
So everything was made on the spot.
you did really well. You actually did really well, though.
Thank you. Thank you. But I hope everybody enjoyed this episode, and don't forget to subscribe and like and follow us. I'll also add up Melissa's Instagram in case somebody wants to follow her adventures or see old stories of her in Korea, if you're fine with that, Melissa.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, well, good to know.
Yay.
So I'm gonna link it up all in the description. So, and thank you for joining us this time, and I hope you have a very nice afternoon, morning, night, whatever you're listening to. Someone told us that they're listening to us while they're driving. So be safe out there because all three of us are in danger on the road.
Be safe.
Be safe, drive safe.
Follow your
So
dreams.
after drive safe, follow your dreams. That's what you follow it up.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
What if my dreams are to sleep forever? What are you gonna say about that?
Don't sleep while driving.
Well,
Easy. Go home and sleep.
For me, my brain just go down the cliff.
Oh, that turned dark.
Yes. So yeah. But I hope you enjoyed this comedic skip a little bit.
Yeah.
And see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.